All right, so Chanel now has 410 beads. Okay, the next problem is about Sam and his cans of paint. We're going to jump ahead to how they show us how they solved it. So look at 392. Okay, Sam has a box with 12 cans of paint. There are 3 other cans of paint on a table. He puts all of the paint cans together on the table in rows of 5. How many rows of paint does Sam make? Okay, so think about this. He had 12 cans in his box and 3 on the table. How many cans of paint is that? 12 cans in the box and 3 cans on the table. How many cans of paint is that altogether that Sam has? She says 15. Agree or disagree? You should agree. So Sam has 15 cans of paint. Now he's going to put it all together on the table in rows of 5. So there's 5 in each row. How many rows of paint cans does Sam make? Well, look here. They're showing us, here's the 12 that Sam has, and here's the 3 that were already on the table. Okay, so he started out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because there's 5 in each row. So how many rows is this? 3 rows, right? Okay, so they're showing us here, 12 cans in the box plus 3 on the table gives us, like Raylyn said, that 15 in all. So 15 cans divided by 5 cans in each row gives us, again, how many rows? 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to think. We're going to jump ahead to 394. Look at problem 7. So we're still doing 2-step word problems using adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing. Okay? DeMarco has 4 $5 bills. Then his grandfather gives him 1 $10 bill. How much money does DeMarco have now? Do we need to figure out how much he has in $5? Or in $5 bills, I mean?
Yes.
How many $5 bills does he have?
4.
He has 4 $5 bills. So what could I do? Multiply what?
5 times 4.
Yeah, 5 times 4. What is 5 times 4? 20. So how much money in $5 bills does DeMarco have? 20 what? $20. How much money in $10 bills does DeMarco have? What could I multiply there if I needed to multiply? 1 times what?
10.
1 times 10. And what is 1 times 10? 10 what? $10 now, right? So he has $20 in 5s and $10 in 10s. What would I have to do to figure out how much money DeMarco has now? Because he has the $20 in 5s that he already had. His grandpa gave him that $10. What would I need to do to find out how much money he has now? Add, subtract, multiply, divide. What do I do? I'm so confused, Connor.
You add
Add what?
20 plus 10.
Does that sound right? So if I have 20 and I add 10 to it, how much money does DeMarco have now then, everybody? $30. Okay. Let's look at 8. Read it with me. Everybody have this. I'm going to slide this up a little bit. Read it with me. There are 40 water bottles that are divided equally between 5 teams. Each team has 4 players. Each player gets an equal number of water bottles. How many water bottles does each player get? Show your work. What would I need to do first here? So I'm starting out with 40 water bottles that are split equally among the 5 teams. Should I do that first? What do you think? Natalia?
Divide 40 divided by 5.
Okay, I would agree with you because I have to figure out how many water bottles each team is going to get from that. All right, so 40, you're saying divided by 5? Figure out what 40 divided by 5 is. All right, did you figure that out? So if you have those 40 water bottles and you split them up among the 5 teams, how many water bottles will each team get? What did you come up with, everyone? 8. So each team is going to get 8 water bottles. But that's not what we need to find out, is it? So we have to take this 8. We're going to take 8, using that, and we know that each team has 4 players. Each player is going to get the same number of water bottles. So how many water bottles will each player get? There's 8 water bottles per team, and there's 4 players on that team. So if there's 4 players, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one, so that would be 1 water bottle, 2, 3, 4. How many water bottles are we working with here? Okay, so make that darker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What did I do there? There's my 8, and there's my 4 players. Did I multiply that? Did I add it? Did I subtract it? Did I divide that? What did I do? I went from 8 down to a smaller number. I split it up into equal groups. So what did I do, Raylyn?
You took apart 8.
I I took it apart. But did I subtract it or did I divide it? If I'm going from a bigger number and I'm splitting it up into equal groups, what does that mean I'm doing, everybody? I'm dividing it by what? The 4 players. And how many water bottles does each player get then? Here's 2, there's 2, there's 2, there's 2. So how many water bottles?
2.
There's 2 water bottles. So each player gets 2 water bottles. Okay, do you remember the partner that you worked with on the other problem? I'm going to have you get back with that same partner or that same group, and you're going to work through this problem. But let's read it all together first. Are you ready? Vegetable plants are sold in packs of 4. A container holds 2 packs of plants. There are 10 containers on one shelf. How many plants are on the shelf? Now, it doesn't want to know how many packs are on the shelf, right? How many plants? Okay, so they're sold in packs of 4. So that means there's 4 plants in a pack, right? Vegetable plants are sold in packs of 4. A container holds 2 packs. So 2 packs of 4, right? But there are 10 containers on one shelf. So I want you and your partner or your group to solve problem 9, and then you'll write your solution on the line. Okay, let's see if you can get this figured out before lunch. Okay, go ahead and go with your partner or your group.